Hey everybody, this is Randall for Floribama Homesteader. Today we're out here doing our onions. Now, the onions you see laid out here, these are the sweet onions that are normally grown in Vidalia, Georgia. But we can't call them Vidalia onions because they're not actually grown in the dirt in Vidalia. That's the way those are named. But it's the same variety. Now what we did here was we cleaned out this bed, and I put a little bit of triple 13 fertilizer in, because onions are a nitrogen loving plant. So we go ahead and give them a little bit of a nitrogen boost. We don't put a lot in there, just enough to get them started. But one thing I also did is I put Espoma organic fertilizer in here, one that's high in nitrogen. But I put a little bit more of that because that breaks down and slowly releases over time. So that's not going to burn these plants. So I did incorporate a good mixture of that in here. Now my onions here, did you see, they're spaced 6 inches apart. And we put screws on the end of a board and we drug them down to mark off our rows. And we're going to put our onions on a grid pattern of about 6 inches apart and then in 6-inch spaced out rows. So that should give them plenty of room to make a good size onion. Now if you watched my previous video, you saw me whenever I was planting these onion seeds over here. Now we also have the sweet Vidalia type of onions. We also have a purple, and then just a regular red onion, and then Kelsea onion. Kelsea onion is supposed to be the big onions that get 8 pounds. So we're going to play with those this year, and we're going to see how those do for us. Now when I bought the onion starts that you see over here in the ground, we bought those yesterday at our local farm supply store. And they came in a bundle of about 75 onion plants to a bundle for about $5. Now that added with the amount of onions we started from seed, that should give us enough onion plants to that we can put in the freezer as chopped onions that'll get us through the year. Now when we bought these onions, they were severely dehydrated, and that's okay. That's the way you're going to get them if you get them from the big box store or your local supply store. They come in bundles, they're going to be shriveled, they're going to be ugly. But what I did is I took 5 milliliters of these microbes from Clonex, a little bit of fish fertilizer, 5 milligrams of that, or milliliters of that, and then a few drops of Super Thrive. And I mixed that into a liter of water, and I use a liter because that was the measurements on the bottle were written in liters. And I soaked the onions in that fertilized mixture for about 15 to 20 minutes and rehydrate them and get some nutrients in them so to kind of give them a jump start whenever I put them in the ground and water them in. So we're going to go ahead and put these in the ground, and we'll do an update video later on in the year and kind of show you how they progressed. Now when you're planting the onions, you only have to plant just the root of the onion. You can plant it all the way up, and that's fine. Or you can plant just the root area, and that'll be fine. Now the reason I say it'll be fine is because when these things get time to start bulbing out, you're going to have to rake back the dirt to where it's just the roots that are in the ground. Now as long as you have dirt up around the edge of this bulb, it'll never bulb out, or the bulb will be really small because it'll be constricted. So what you have to do is you have to flick that dirt away as this bulb grows and give that root area enough room that it'll grow the bulb on top of the ground. So that's how we do the onions here, and we're going to see how it goes. All right, thanks for watching.